Hi, one person. I don't know who you are, but hello. How do you like my new anti-COVID? I don't know why, but I can't read the comments. Hello, third person. I don't know who's on here, but if you want to come join the panel, you can. I'll post the link. I'm bored, so come on up. You two have a what? What the hell? Why YouTube is not allowing me to post the link? What the fuck? Really? Hey, Morbid, you're not feeling well. Okay. What's the matter? You weave too tight? What do you mean tight? You mean something like this? Hold on. Ah, okay. Cool. I wonder why they changed that. That's odd. Well, we all know that. That's nothing new. But seriously, is your back not feeling well? Ooh. Is there anything you can take for it, or? Hmm. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, okay. So how's the steroids doing? I mean, is it working or come up to the panel? I this is the wait time for you to answer is like taking really long. It's like a lag. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Did you tell them that? Mm, yeah, yeah. That's that I understand that. I still rejected it. I gotta. It let me do it on YouTube, but it won't let me do it through StreamYard. That is so retarded. Seriously, that's retarded. Yeah, but it's not letting me on StreamYard. It's not letting me post. It says your comment reject your YouTube has YouTube reject your comment. This is this is fairly common when sharing a link. You may need you may need to share your link another way. But I posted that link. I posted the link. Send it to me in Gmail. What's your Gmail? My my weave hurt at gmail.com. I cracked myself up. Hold on. I'm about to send it right now. Here we go. I probably should be out doing an audit or something. Maybe that's why I'm bored. Come on. Let's see. Copy, paste. I gotta copy and paste this again. Okay. And sent. Let me know if you didn't get it. Oh, man. Okay, it's two people in here. One is talking, and the other one's probably a troll and not saying anything. You're gonna get me. Oh, don't threaten me with a good time. I'm waiting. And waiting. And waiting. Eric! Oh my god, hey! Eric is here. Happy Fuck the Pigs Day. Shit is fucked up and stuff. Eric, my hero, is here. I love it. Eric, let me give you a wrench. There you go. Eric, I am so glad you're here. Blue light splatter. You didn't get it? What the hell? Let me see if it came back. I sent it to you. Well, Eric, you are powerful. You do a lot for this community. You really do. And I'm not joking. I mean, especially for Denver. You do a lot. In other words, you not only do you talk the talk, but you walk the walk. And I have a lot more respect for people who walk the walk than talk the talk. Well, sometimes I skip too, but hey, I can't jump so well. So are you I guess you're still going out doing some cop watching and some because I've seen some of your videos from this week and last week. Or they not allowing you to do that? Mr. Brent,
Hello, can you hear me?
I sure can.
Oh, greetings. Happy Fuck the Cops Day.
Happy Fuck the Cops Day. I like that little.
Oh, I think I got echo.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I need to do it this way.
I don't hear an echo, but
You don't? It's just
Nope.
me then?
Maybe because I don't hear anything. Hi, Zombie. Zombie is
Let me do it
here.
this way.
Zombie, come on up. I don't bite unless you're hot.
Oh, that's weird. I get a hell of an echo.
I don't hear it. It's not coming from. Is it coming from me or is it coming from? Because I don't have it.
Test.
It's coming from me.
It's like several seconds behind and I'm looping back on myself.
Oh. You have another do you have YouTube open?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you before.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
I have everything open.
That's why.
And now I'm getting the feedback again. That's crazy.
Yeah, if you have YouTube open, and
Oh, I know why. There we go.
well, thanks for stopping in, Zombie. Appreciate it. And then there's Safety Man. Now I feel safe because Safety Man is here.
How you doing? It's been a long time since I've been in.
I've been doing pretty well. And Eric, Zombie says, quote, zip your zipper, Eric.
Zip my zipper?
Yeah, that's what he says.
What's wrong with my zipper?
I have no clue. You got to ask Zombie. I have no clue. But I have my two anti COVID protector on. And because I have a, hold on for 1 second. I gotta find it. What the hell did I do with it?
Hey Eric, how you doing?
I'm doing good, safety man. How you doing, man?
Hi everybody in chat.
You what?
Doing all right. I'm trying to upload a little video. I'm doing good. Trying to upload a little video about the blue red pill.
I
but
guess so. We've
purple
got to
pill is
partially
what it should
swallow,
be.
don't we?
Yep. When you get a chance, it should upload in another half an hour.
Okay.
It's slow for me, but. And hello everybody in chat too. Sorry.
I know. I get it, zombie. I'm a little slow. Now I get it.
Yeah. Oh, I see. That zombie.
What do you think?
Oh, I like that mask. Yeah. How did you get that?
I had it made, and I am selling it to for $20. And
Yeah.
what that goes to? Half of it goes to people that needs like a lawyer or like camera, and then the other half will go towards me getting new equipment.
Ah, very well.
What kind of equipment are you needing?
Like a good camera, for one, or a body camera, and I think that's about it.
All you need is a good
Somebody
studio.
have your link?
I'm sorry, Eric was talking over you. What was that?
I said all you need is a good studio.
Yeah, that too.
Since I'm not out cop watching so much, as you can see from my display, I've been playing with the studio.
Yeah, I can see that. I like the little world thing.
Yeah, I made that last night.
Cool. And how did you add that to your video?
So I have multiple camera sources, and the video is one of the camera sources. So, like, I can switch to my my logo. I can literally throw it right in like it's a camera.
Oh, nice. That's funny.
And then I have I can literally throw it in like here's I could switch it to a piece of my artwork. So there's my Bad Piggy artwork. It's a self-portrait, by the way. As the best as I could remember a 30-year-old memory.
Hold on, Eric. Safety man, how come you on twice?
Is he?
He must have fell out and then hold on. I don't know what happened there. Oh, let's try that. Safety. Okay.
Well, I don't know what happened. Somehow it shut off. I logged back on and I saw I was on twice.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, how the hell did you end up going on twice?
I don't
What do
know.
you-
It just cut off. I think YouTube's doing some gooey ass shit.
I think you're special. Are you special?
I don't know. Don't want to be.
Greetings, happy Fuck the Cops Day.
Oh, I see. That's a nice pineapple.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I like
Basically, you can see I'm just a big prick.
no comments. So, is Otto still living in Denver, or is he in Texas? Or
Oh, he's in Colorado, yeah.
okay, there's a lot of people that I would love to meet, like you and Otto, and even though I don't know, what's his name? Damn, the guy that you hang around with,
Abity, Liberty Freak.
Liberty Freak. Yeah, I would like to meet him, and there's a lot of people I would like to meet. I would like to go to California. I mean, because there's a lot of people that it seems like they are really, really cool.
Yeah, there's some good folks here.
So, yeah. Oh boy.
You always got a good company. I mean,
boy, somebody's
you
got
hear me, guys?
somebody's got a lot of time on their hand. Look at this.
What I do?
You have you have his nose on the side, and you're talking, which is kind of funny. And now you're doing the bobble.
Oh, my head! I decapitated. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I thought you already left, dummy. God, you said bye a long time ago. Oh man, now you're a pig.
Oh no! Where's the blue line?
Back,
No, not the blue line. No. Oh.
back, boo. Oh, that's cool. Now you look like Bambi.
Kangaroo.
Oh, I thought.
This is my courtroom attire.
Yep, kangaroo court. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
If I want to dress up, I can dress up too. So
Nice.
Boy, you do got a lot of time on your hands, don't you, Eric?
That's what I said. See? I wasn't lying. But hey, you know what? I want to get a pig suit. I want to get a pig suit, and I want to wear it outside and see what people how they will react, and walk down to the police station and walk in.
qualified immunity did that. He got arrested for humping the back of a police car in a pig suit.
Oh hell no!
Oh
Really?
hell yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wonder if
Oh,
that's
yes.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they charged him. I don't know what the outcome of the case was. It's been a while since I've talked to Noman. No, that's Noman Nescio, but he went out in a pig suit that he called qualified immunity, and he had a cape. He had a thin blue line flag as a cape,
Uh-huh.
and he humped the back of a patrol vehicle. They charged him with obscenity.
Oh fuck me! Seriously?
Yeah. Oh, it's serious. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm serious.
now that is fucked up and stuff, because
That is fucked up and stuff.
it's not like he was hurting anybody.
No, he wasn't hurting anybody. There was just a pig that got offended. So
Well, you know how people get butthurt real quick.
they do. They do. You might even say that the world. See, here's the problem. I think that with global warming and all, everybody is just that much closer to melting. They're all a bunch of fucking snowflakes.
Yeah. Hey, you know how they got like AA, CA, NA. Now they should have one that's called SA.
Snowflakes Anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a good candidate for those 12-step programs. In fact, the last 12-step program I got kicked out of was on and on and on and on.
Let me guess. They added a 13th step for you, right?
Right, out the door was the 13th step. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh hell no. That's funny. Oh fuck. So what else is going on in y'all neighborhood?
Oh, I'm just, up to my same old shit. They don't like me very much.
Now that fits not now more than you now. Come on.
No, not you.
That's not me?
I mean, come on. Who would
No, that's
who
more
would wanna-
not now, maybe later.
who would want to hate Eric Brent? I mean, you're like the one of the, and I don't blow smoke up in anybody's ass, but you're like one of the coolest guys.
I try to be, but they all just think I'm fishy. I don't know what the problem is.
Fishy, huh?
Yeah.
So do that make you a rug muncher?
A what?
Rug muncher.
A
Carpet
butt muncher?
Yeah, carpet muncher.
Oh, good God, no. Definitely not. No, that'll turn me into a pumpkin pretty quick.
On Eric, so, oh my gosh, you do got time. You got some good shit going.
One thing is for certain, I'll never go to Oklahoma. I'm afraid of noodling. That's some crazy shit there.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I thought you said
oh my god.
I could have sworn you said I don't like to be riddled.
Oh my gosh.
Hello. Oh, hi. What's going on, Brian?
Hi. Are you
Hi.
live or some shit?
Yeah, I'm on. I'm on Film the Police Minneapolis.
What?
Yeah, but I don't want anybody to know who I am, so I've disguised myself as a pile of noodles.
You're really having fun with the camera, aren't you?
Yeah. If I turn the sound on, though, then it'll feedback.
Well, like I said, he has a lot of time on his hands.
That's what happens when they lock me into the lab with nothing to do. No, I have plenty to do. If I'm running out of things to do, I just take a look around.
There you go.
There you go.
Here, let me look a little more professional now that I have guests here. So hey guys, I've got Brian Loma cut the plastic
There
in
you
here,
go.
so I'm gonna dip out. We got work to do, so I
Okay,
have to.
I'm only
say
gonna be
hi.
like 5 minutes, really.
Hi,
So
cut
what
the-
happens when I put my mask on? Does it really screw things up? No, it doesn't. Okay, hi everybody.
Hey, Brian.
They all say hey.
Oh, you need a mask.
If I turn the sound on, then it'll start to
I
feedback.
know how
Yeah,
that shit works.
yeah. So we'll talk to you guys later. It was great being on your show.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming, man. And,
You're welcome.
It's nice seeing you.
See you, safety man.
Nice seeing you too, Brian.
They said nice seeing you too, Brian.
Yes. Well, and listen, we can announce it first here. Like,
What are we announcing?
I am steps away from producing the Happy Fuck Bad Cops mask.
Oh my God! That's so
There you
exciting!
Huh?
Yeah. So
I gotta tell you guys, I got this mask from Brian, and I selected this mask because I was hoping that if I licked the frogs, I would hallucinate. They're the wrong kind of frogs.
Okay.
So I went back to the
Yeah.
standard issue mask. If the frog licking's no fun, there's no point.
yeah, but if you have if you have a Fuck Bad Cops mask,
Oh,
Oh,
right? That would be the thing, wouldn't it?
that would be the bomb, yeah.
Yes, and that's one of the reasons why you have to let your audience go so I can get those
Yeah.
files.
What's
and
that?
And you can get that only for $19.99.
Oh, all right. I don't know how much you'll charge that. But hey, thanks for we'll see
So
you guys later.
I'll tell you,
Huh?
we're looking at $25 plus shipping.
$25 plus shipping is what he's saying.
Cool. Well, I
Yeah.
tell you what, maybe I'll trade you one of these for one of
He
your.
wants to trade one of these. He wants to trade one of those. Take a good look there.
Oh shit! If
Hey, that's a fair
No,
trade.
because mine will have an N80 filter paid at
Oh.
$15 an hour labor, and actually has medical proficiency to
Oh,
it.
it's an actual
That
N95
is-
quality mask.
That is my N80,
Listen,
but that looks like a jersey cotton fabric.
so you know the number, the 80 number means the degree of filtering, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so they have the N100, the N95s that filters 95% of particles, and I would like to demonstrate for you my new N100 mask, guaranteed to filter out 100% of all the particles.
Actually, it's funny because if you can see my mask,
I have one even better than that. Hold on.
look at this. See my mask? Do you see this?
That mask? Here, Dr. Zoidberg yourself.
So you can see my mask.
Now, do I look like a Muslim or what?
Like a what?
A Muslim.
This
A Muslim?
actually-
I'm particularly fond of the pull tab right in the front.
right, but
So if you're not breathing, we can just pull the tab, right?
Yeah.
this one, I must put my butt too close.
No,
to it.
Yeah, I think it is super sensitive.
So this
Yeah.
mask actually has 2 layers. This mask actually has 2 layers of filter. And it's like the ones that we gave to the Jefferson County jail nurses
Oh, is it?
so they didn't get COVID.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
But seriously, I'm on a time crunch, so you can just
Yeah,
come
we'll
back in
talk to
5
you guys
minutes.
later.
All right. Well, thanks for being here, Eric. That was cool. Now,
Yeah. Keep
anybody
going.
else would like to come on up? You know, feel
Very
free.
cool.
You don't bite. This man does, but I don't.
Arr!
All right.
You know, hey, everybody's more than welcome to come on up. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
come
been
on
good to get out and get up here and say hello, even if it's just a couple seconds.
Oh, wait.
Say hi and
We got Zombie on the line. Zombie. Oh,
where'd you go, zombie?
Zombie,
He popped and he went.
You're online too. Fuck it. Happy fuck the police day. Okay. Thanks for sharing, Zombie.
I can see I see zombie, but I don't hear. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with his internet or something. Who knows? Anyways, yeah, come on down. I guess. So where are you now? Where are you there, safety?
I'm here in Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma. Okay. I was thinking about moving
Yeah,
there.
Oklahoma, and
I was actually
well, can you pull your mask down so we can hear you a little bit better?
sure, hold on. I said I was thinking about moving to Oklahoma.
Yeah, I mean Oklahoma is a nice state and stuff, but when it comes to other stuff, political and other stuff, there's a lot of other states you can live in, and but it is beautiful, nice country and stuff if you get into the country, but don't go into the cities. Oklahoma is let me put it this way: any and every state you move into, do not move into the cities.
I live in
Especially in this day and age. I mean, they use this day and age, right? This day and age they used to use on us about filming and stuff, right? Well, this day and age we all film.
right.
But also in this day and age, don't catch yourself in a mass city. Be on the outskirts or further if you can. Commute. Because when the time comes, you may have to leave or may not ever go back to work and stay where you got to survive. I mean, I'm a survivalist. I'm a safety man. I'm going to be upping what I do. I don't just mirror and back up other people. I do that, but I want to bring the awareness of where we are in this time.
Right.
And it's going to take me a little bit more time. It's like I'm uploading a video that's taking forever to upload. Basically, you got a red pill, you got a blue pill, and that's all everybody talks about. You know what? We're all taking a purple pill, which is red and blue together, because we all are taking the truth, and we are all taking reality, non-reality, because we don't want to face it. And even myself, there's stuff I see going on I don't want to face. I don't want to deal with it, but I do in this day and age with COVID, the government, and it ain't just the United States, it's worldwide.
Right.
Where will we stand? I mean, I'll let me know if you need me to stop, because sometimes I get on a rant and I just kind of go on my own. But I'd really like other people in this panel to join us and have a talk about whatever it is, not just what I have to say.
Well,
I want to hear what other people.
You know what? We have
Go ahead.
We have 5 people in here, and it's showing just me as a participant. So I don't know if the other 4 are just trolls or just not saying anything, or who knows.
Well, that's the thing that, whether they're trolls or not, the way I look at it, and that's why I say about a red pill or a blue pill. Okay. Some people want to see what's really happening, and some people don't, so they take. But in my video that is taking forever to upload, basically I talk about the red pill and the blue pill. Where you stand on some things, you want the red pill because you want the truth, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And other stuff, we don't want to see the truth, so we take the blue pill or red pill, whatever it may be. Because we keep taking these different pills, well, red and blue make purple. And I'm sorry, the whole world has nothing but purple pills. Because we don't want red, we don't want the blue, we take the purple. And that's the sad part, because we know what the truth is, we know what the fantasy is, so we take the purple pill. That's from Matrix, the red and blue pill, and everybody knows it's a Matrix movie. You want the truth or you want to go back to what you had. Guess what? We can't go back to what we had. We cannot sit there and take the truth, because if we took the truth, we could not handle it. So we take the purple pill so we can skate by the best we can, and that's fine. The whole world is taking purple pills. But where do you stand as not just in reality, but with citizens? Where do you stand as in your own life with your family? Where do you stand also in your own political views? Where do you stand? I mean, there's so many things that we can stand on.
Right.
But every time we make a stand, did we take the blue? Did we take the purple pill to make that stand? I mean, blue, red, we all take stands. I mean, if my video ever uploads, which is taking forever, it's a short video. It's not even 2.5 minutes long, but I want people's comment. We all want to be back to where we were. And in history, we have seen we will never get back to where we were because we changed. The whole world, United States, everything, even day to day, everything changes, right?
Right.
We change and we either accept or we rebel or we protest or, there's a lot of difference. People say we protest. Protest has gotten a lot of things done, but rebelling has gotten a lot of things done. Also, standing up for what you believe in has gotten stuff done. There's a complete multiple things that goes on in the whole world, not just the United States, but the whole world
Right.
of
Well,
changes that we all want.
right. Well, would it be fair to say?
Go ahead.
Would it be fair to say that? Now, I believe in fighting for freedom, but it seems like, and this is only my opinion of what I've seen. Obviously, protesting is not. I mean, if you want to protest, I mean, go right ahead. Stand out there. And twirl your little tofu hot dog and shout and sing and all that other stuff. But you know what it gets? This is what it gets right here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And how many and this is a question for you. How many more times are you going to sit there and turn the other cheek, okay? And do the sit-ins and the shouting and all this other stuff. Anybody can do a sit. A grandma can sit. My cousin can sit. A chunk can sit. A punk can sit. When are we going to start standing up instead of sitting and doing something about what's going on? You understand what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I understand, but in all honesty, there are people that may not understand. So, may I go ahead and try to clarify? I understand all different types of protests and all different types of stands. I'm asking you personally if I can go ahead and go on my little
go ahead.
speech.
That's why That's why I was waiting for your comment.
Okay. Now, protesting is what has and does make America, and in all honesty, anywhere in the world, what they have to do because they want to voice their opinion. Okay, there are protesters that are violent. There are protesters that are non-violent. But in all these protests, hold on a second. In every kind of protest there is, no matter it's violent, non-violent, however a person wants to put it. If we don't protest, therefore, whoever we are protesting against or trying to get their attention, all right, if we don't get their attention, they're not hearing us. I do not believe in complete violence. I mean, how can I put this? Not violent.
So,
as in protesting, people want to burn down stuff. For example, want to attack the government and burn down that stuff that's government, whatever it is they're protesting, is kind of one thing I don't support, but it's the choice. But when they attack non-government, if you're protesting against government, non-government facilities, for example, businesses, homes, and stuff, in my opinion, all you're doing is hurting yourself, and you're going to hurt other people in the process that do support you, but they will not support you because you just destroyed what they worked for years to get. Now,
No, I'm going to
give me a couple minutes. I'll
go ahead.
go ahead.
Are you there?
I mean, that's just one thing, and we have protests, we have protests where, people sit there and, they do audits because they want to stand up for, in the United States, we have the right to do audits, to sit there and do cop watches and stuff. Now, there's a lot of cop watchers and there's a lot of auditors I support. And in all honesty, there's some that I do not support in how they do it. But if they do not break a law, okay, a law as the United States law is, not just the world law, they are still standing up for their rights as we are as the United States. Now go to another country and try to do those same rights you think you have, you do not have, like in China. For example, of course, recently, in the past couple of days, China does not allow free speech, does not allow all this stuff because, and I'm not going to go into that, that's another hole that we're going to, that's going to come about, but basically, you don't have rights, you do what they say, or you die, or you go into prison, or whatever it is. Every country in this world has their laws. But as for the United States, we have laws, we have the Constitution, and things that we go by. I may not agree the way somebody does something. If they don't break a law, fine. Now, if I'm watching one of my favorite YouTubers, whoever it is, pulls out a gun and starts shooting people for no reason or whatever reason they think, if they're not protecting themselves because they are in danger, basically I say fuck them. I will turn over evidence that they did something that they had not had the right to do. But people are not, people that audit, people that cop watch, most of them, I would say at least, I'm going to have to give this a fair margin of 88%. And that's something that nobody ever hears. 88% of the auditors and cop watchers out there do watch what they do. They make sure what they are doing is legal here in the United States. Nothing to do with anybody else, but here in the United States. And yet they still get persecuted, arrested, slammed. I mean, we all know how that goes.
Right.
But if it wasn't for people like them, that are doing everything legal, even in the protests that we've had the past, oh my God, 5 months, people that are doing stuff legally, and honestly, cops, not all. I mean, I hate to say it, not all cops. I mean, yeah, there are bad cops, just like there are bad citizens that want to kill people for whatever they want. There are bad cops and there are good cops that will stand up. Now, tell me that as you grew up, not just you, I'm talking to just anybody that watches this later or now, that you have not had a good cop sit there and give you a break, do what they can to do the best they can. There are good cops out there. And it's been proven even on Facebook and YouTube and stuff. There are good cops. But also there are cops that walk the fine line. And that's where I talk about the red, blue pill and red. They walk the line so they can, and I'm trying to go on another tangent, but basically, let me get off of that one and get back to where I started. In life, it ain't just cops, citizens. How many citizens are doing proper? How many citizens are doing wrong? Okay. And as a citizen of the United States, where you call that person that is actually doing wrong law wise, and I'm sorry, burning down, beating the shit out of somebody, are going to stand up to that person, or are you going to just sit there and do it because it's cop? And I mean, and it goes the other way. Are cops going to sit there and stand there and step in when somebody's being hurt by another citizen, which is their job to stop, or they're going to allow it because it benefits them as, you know, an auditor or a cop watchers out there filming? We've all seen this over time, where a citizen sits there and starts attacking the auditor, cop watcher, and the cop won't do a fucking thing. You know what? That is a bad cop. And then I've seen in protests and stuff where you had cops, officers, pulling other cops and saying, "Get the fuck back, leave it alone." You know, because that cop had his feelings hurt. I'm sorry, we are, even the cops are human. We have our feelings do get hurt. But even as citizens, whether we are not, you know, we are citizens, they are cops, but we're all human. Our feelings get hurt. Even as a citizen, your feelings might get hurt. Are you willing to kill someone because your feelings are hurt? In my opinion, feelings is something that can be healed. You kill someone or harm someone just because your butt hurt, whether it's a cop or a citizen, in my opinion, they have some thinking to do. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say they're bad. I mean, hell, everybody in life has had a moment that they just, even cops, humans, non-citizens, citizens, snap and say, "Fuck this, I'm going to take care of this in my own way." You know what? We're all guilty of this, right? I mean, that's how I see it. So don't judge all people. I mean, even cops, even the government, just because the feelings are hurt, they're not hurt. You know what? They're human. I mean, black lives, I mean, white lives, or Mexican lives, or all this crap I see going on in the news media, the mainstream media and stuff. You know what? And you know, we all are human. We all bleed red. We all have feelings, and we all hurt, and we all mourn, and we all love one another in our own way. Why is it that people are sitting there trying to put other people apart from one another? No matter who you are, no matter what you wear, are we not a human? I mean, if I'm wrong, please let me know. I mean, go ahead.
Well,
I haven't been reading chat. I've just been going on. I had my little rant. So
okay, now I'm going to respond to that, and so you may unfriend me or whatever. That's your deal. I never judge anybody. I do judge their character. Now, if somebody's sitting there, a cop is sitting there, and you got three other cops standing there doing absolutely nothing while the cop has his knee on a person's throat for 15 minutes.
Oh,
15
definitely.
minutes, and they do absolutely nothing. And then you turn around and say, "Oh, but that's not a bad cop. All cops is not bad." No. Oh, really? Really? I mean, come on. I mean,
Oh,
if you had that
oh
mentality,
no.
let me finish.
I definitely agree with you on that.
You
I
had
mean, I agree with you on that. I mean, that no other cop, not one, sat there and did a motherfucking thing. All right. Now, that falls upon them. But, and that falls on everything in life. What do we ever see? Not just with cops, but we see a man, no, not just a man, but we also see a woman abusing a man. Either way you look at it, the man's not doing nothing. The woman's beating the living shit out of him. Nobody's doing nothing. Or the man's beating the
what
shit
do
out of
that
the
have to do
woman.
with a cop and a man and a woman? I mean, I've heard cops go home and beat their own wives. They beat their kids. They beat their dogs. They beat their cats. Whatever. The fact of the matter is this. Okay, you show me one good cop. Actually, I know one good cop. Okay, that got fired from her job just because she told another cop to stop beating up on someone. Okay, that's the
Oh
only
no,
good cop, that's the only good cop that I know of. Okay, now I do
now
not.
now
I'm gonna let you know right now. As a person of
okay.
color, I do not like cops, and it's well documented that I do not like cops. I never will, never have. I can give two shits about what other people think about cops. Whether you support them or don't support them, that's not my deal. I don't support them, and I say defund all of them, get them out of here. Because see, the deal is that they have this thing called they have this thing called immunity. They're sovereign citizens, and when they think that they're above somebody, which means that they think that they're judge, prosecutor, and executioner. You know what? Fuck you. I don't need you. Get the fuck out of here. I don't. We don't want that shit, and that's why, all this other. That's why this shit started. Because the burning of the buildings. You can always replace a building, but you can't replace a person's life, and that's the reason why shit was happening. Now, do I agree with burning shit down? It's none of my business. But the fact of the matter is that all that shit happened because people are getting tired of doing those little sit-ins. It's time to do some standing and start time. It's time to start doing some action instead of sitting there talking about, oh yeah, hey hey ho ho, that's so 80s. Hey hey ho ho, all the police has got to go. Let's do some action behind it. In other words, put some action behind that talking. All we see is, everybody wants to go out and protest. They go home, and that's the end of that. Nothing else happens.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, I don't agree with, what the fuck happened. I don't agree with what is going on in this world, and I also don't like bad cops. And I mean, we've seen it everywhere, and I also agree with it. Show me a cop that arrested another cop for doing something that was wrong, and that cop gets fired. And there was a female cop. I mean, that was about, I guess 8 years ago. She arrested another cop for speeding down the road with no sirens or nothing, arrested him, and she got fired. And, she stood up. And that's the bad thing is, show me a cop other than her and a few others, I mean, it's far in between, that will arrest a bad cop for doing something wrong. But they ain't, because they stand behind that blue line fucking shit. And that's what we are in this government. And that's why people are standing up, you know. And when I say that people need to stand up, don't stand on the sidelines. I mean, yeah, we all need a videotape and hold them accountable. But, I mean, in protest, you've seen cops attacking someone that was not doing nothing wrong, and you've seen other protesters stand up for that person and get back at the cop. That's where we are going to be, and that's where we are now. In that point that we all have to stand together. You
Right.
know,
Right.
you know,
I agree.
you know, Black lives do matter. All, I mean, and you know, I always say, you know, all lives matter. And there are people that don't like to hear the fact that all lives matter. If you really truly believe, and not just in the United States, but as humanity is, we all belong to help each other. I mean, there ain't no difference in, I've seen people saving a cop from being killed because whether that cop did wrong or not, that person stood up to save that person from being killed. You know, violence, sometimes that's what takes change. Sometimes, you know, burning and other stuff, and through the years, through the millenniums of the world and everything, that's sometimes what it takes to change. Civil War is what changed be the United States as it is. I mean, it goes on, but it still comes down to in all factions. I mean, you know, it isn't just cops. I mean, there's a lot of cops I don't like. I mean, I'm honestly, there's about 98% of the cops I don't like. But there are a few that do stand up. But also there are citizens that will sit there and say, screw you, you're not going to burn down or try to loot my business. I don't like cops, but you want to destroy what I have. And they stand up with guns and they get prosecuted for using them against people that want to do stuff that has nothing to do with what the original protest or riot, you know, basically riots. I mean, protest is people that are protesting. They say what they need to say. They do what they do without violence. And then you have rioters that want to instigate other stuff that affects other people that have nothing to do with what the protesters were doing. And even the cops, I mean, you know, the blue line, they got to back up everybody. They got to back up their own no matter what. I mean, we've seen that. But it also, citizens are doing the same thing. But yet the citizens, I mean, I've seen videos out there where citizens during protests were taking these rioters, I call them rioters, during a protest, and grabbing them and taking them to the cops and say, get rid of this guy. We don't want him in our protest because he's trying to create violence when we're trying to do something else. Yes, sometimes certain amounts of violence or other stuff gets attention, yes. But when people are hurting their own community, their own people, that is my opinion is a problem.
You know what, man? You know what? You have that right. Okay. Although I do not agree with some of the stuff you're saying, you have that right to believe whatever you want to believe. You know, I'm not here to try to change your mind or anything like that. I know from what my experience has been, and not only that, not my own experience, but what's been happening for 150 years, way before you started doing cop watching, way before I started doing cop watching. Cops have been beating our ass and killing us for that long. And where was All Lives Matter then? Where was they? Where was
Well-
All Lives Matter when people of color were out there getting killed back in the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s? Where were All Lives Matter then? Where was that blue
Well-
line?
Well, I know you're coming on that, and I agree with you on that because, I mean, it's been a
When you say-
process because
when you say All Lives Matter, that raises a red flag for me. And not only does it raise a red flag, but it also tells me that you're more for the police than a human life. That means that you have no how can I put this? You have no not sympathy, but no compassion. Excuse me. No compassion for a person who is on the ground, handcuffed, unarmed, and they get killed by a cop. And and this is my opinion.
okay,
And
which
I mean,
I understand your opinion, and
we
I
can
don't.
we can go on from Eric Gardner all the way up to George Floyd.
Hmm.
Okay, where was All Lives Matter then? Where were they? What was they doing? When was that? Where was the NRA when people were out there getting killed? And the police allowing uh, making it duck season, like we're some kind of animal.
Oh, I mean, I totally understand where you're coming from.
Where was All Lives Matter then? If y'all want to talk about All Lives Matter, fuck All Lives Matter. Fuck the police. I don't, and this is my opinion, okay? And I'm not, I'm not discrediting what you're saying, okay? I'm just saying, this is my opinion. I don't care about All Lives Matter because if All Lives Matter, then why aren't they out there stopping the people that are taking free shots and getting away with it because they have that thin blue panties? What? Where are they? How come they're not out there filming? How come they're not out there stopping all people from killing us? If all lives matter.
Well, let me. I mean, I agree with you on all you say. I mean, the depression that has happened amongst blacks, and it's not just blacks, against Hispanics, against Chinese, against everything over the hundreds of years that's happened. And when I personally say all lives matter, I mean all humans matter. Uh, I do not agree with where we are at when it comes to the police brutality and stuff, because I believe we are literally a few steps from being uh, back to I like Hitler and all that kind of shit, to where they are trying to shut us all down. When I personally, and as for others, when they say as they say all lives matter, okay, I'm not degrading what has happened in the past or what has been happening now against black lives, and also and in all honesty, it isn't just black lives, but Hispanic, Mexicans, Chinese, I mean, anybody that are oppressed, people that are oppressed, even whites that are oppressed. I mean, yes, there are more cops nowadays are targeting certain individuals because of the gang facility or because of the skin color or whatever, you know. Every department in every state has a different thing that they put these flags up, which they have no, in my opinion, they have no right to stop anybody walking down the street. Why you in this neighborhood is none of their fucking business, in my opinion. And that's where I stand. And when I say all lives matter, I'm talking about all people. I'm not talking about, yes, things that happened in the past does happen. It has happened. Okay. But yet we are here and now. In my opinion, anybody that believes that anybody that is not a certain color, no matter who they are, or a certain race, should be wiped out because of their race is a racism in one way or another. I mean, I grew up around multiple races. I have totally respect for multiple people, multiple races in my life. And in all honesty, there's about 85, 90% of this whole world have different races. Nobody is a complete pure blood. And they say in the past, I'm not pure black, I'm not pure Hispanic, I'm not pure white, I'm not pure. I mean, that's where we are. So can we not live together? But also, we can all stand up against the tyranny that the government and the cops and the Fed and everybody are trying to do is separate us from what we are as a community. We want to be as a community. We want to hold cops responsible. Yes. And are they multiple races that support the same thing? Yes, we do. But yet somebody and somewhere, trolls or anything else, steps in and tries to put a line and saying, hey, you're black, he's white. Why are you helping him when he's doing what he's doing? Because we are all trying to stand up for the same rights we have, to do what we have as citizens, whether we're black, nor white, or Hispanic, or Mexican, or, I mean, there's over 120 different races in this world. If we all believe on the same thing, why are the government, news media, and others separating us from this? Hey, you're my brother. I love you to death. And there's others I love to death, no matter what the skin color is. That's when I say all lives, and it ain't just the political stand. All lives do matter. And there are people that, you know what? If somebody walks up to me, I don't care if it's another fucking white person, because people look at me and say I'm white when I'm not, and sit there and say, hey, I'm going to kick your fucking ass because you support Trump, or you support Obama, or you support whatever. I'm going to stand up and kick the living fuck out of them. Because why? Because that's where I stand. But we are all still human. But why does it ain't just the skin color or your race, but also your political stance? Why does your political stance have to always be something that, yes, we can all disagree on something, that's where the world always disagrees on things. We talk about it. Let's not fight about it. Let's talk about it.
Right. I agree. Hi, I don't know who this is, but
It's Perth Observer.
I'm sorry. Hi, I didn't see
Hi,
you.
how are you?
Doing good, doing good.
So welcome to the panel, and I agree with you as far as we all like I said before, we all have different opinions, but opinions are like assholes. Everyone has it, and
Very true.
so we can agree to disagree. Like I agree with the stance of Malcolm X. You may agree with the stance of Martin Luther King, and that's fine. That's what makes the world go around. But when you have Karens, which I like to call them Karens because that's what other people call them, calling people, calling the police just because somebody's selling water or water bottles to a kid a kid selling water bottles to somebody uh barbecuing in a flipping park to a white person. When I walk by some white person, and if you get offended, then it's not, whatever. When when I walk past a white person and they clutch their purse, like I'm gonna walk by them and snatch their purse and say, "Oh, I'm not racist. I got plenty of black friends." Like that's supposed to be some kind of badge of honor. That's where I disagree when you say all lives matter. Whether it's a pig, whether it's Karen, whether it's Joe, or whether it's a racist person that holds clutch their purse. And I've seen it a lot, and I felt that. But if you walk past that same white person, I guarantee you 10 to 1 that they will not clutch their purse. And the only reason why I use that as an example is because the media, the mainstream media, makes us look like 90% or 99% of people of color are criminals.
Yep, and they do
believe
that.
And
Uh,
people believe it.
Yep,
And
I agree. They do that. They play it that no, the skin color or where you live, as they say, oh, this person's from this part of the town and this is the herd area, and therefore they're putting the painting is a bad scenario area. I'm sorry. Just because you live in that area does not mean you are a bad person. Yes,
right,
the media does do that, and the cops go with that, and that's the kind of stuff we all stand up against.
Don't you think, though, it goes deeper than mainstream media? I mean, the powers that be, the hierarchy, the governments. I mean, we've been at war with each other for generations. There's so many categories that are put out there for people to fight over continuously. You know what I mean? The division and the hate is just constantly encouraged, and you have to divide people because if you don't divide them, they just might come together.
So, are you saying that the media is trying to divide us, which I agree, or are you personally saying that we must be divided?
I'm saying that the governments, the hierarchy, the elites, call them what you will, whoever is pulling the strings, they are keeping people divided because, God forbid, if we come together and we all decide to stand up, they can't have us do that. And the only way to stop that from happening is to keep people divided. I mean, that's why you have, when it doesn't matter what you look at, there's whether it be sports, whether it be politics, whether it be religion, there's always different categories. And this is where the division and hate comes into it. This is what keeps fueling the hate and divide. You know, you've got the
Very
left,
true.
right. You've got the even like I said in sports, you've always got the two teams. There's one team against another team, which keeps the people divided. You know, there's something to hate over. It's in everything. It's in everything.
Hmm.
Very true. I mean, I agree with that because they are trying to divide us.
Because if you take away, like if you look, why does it take a huge catastrophe, for example, whatever it is, whether it be an earthquake, whether it be whatever it is, people forget in those scenarios because something bigger has happened. They forget the fact of who eats what kind of food, who dresses how, who's what color, whatever. People just jump in and they help each other, okay? They help each other. They forget, right? But when there isn't like a big ass catastrophe somewhere, people then are focused, their attention is focused to other things. They focus on sports, they focus on politics, they focus on religion, whatever, and that's where the divide is. It's been there for generation after generation.
Very true. Like during go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Like during 9/11, we all, I mean, all United States, all people pulled together to help during the 9/11 event, not just for there, but everywhere, right? I mean, all United States, all people. Ooh,
Oh,
echo.
no, it's me. Hold on. Go ahead.
Okay, you know, like during 9/11, and I mean, even I mean, any major event. I mean, even Pearl Harbor, we all pulled together. 9/11 and others, major events, we all pulled together because that's what we do. But once that's all over, yes, they start making it to where they want to separate us again, and that's the sad part.
And see, this is where people come into it. People at the bottom of the ladder, per se, all of us, okay? If we can see that, then why do we continuously play the game? Do you know what I mean? This is what I don't get. People can see the division, they can see where the hate is coming from, so let's just stop playing the friggin' game.
Well, I think that's where we've been the past 60 days, basically. We all saw what happened to George Foreman and others that have been basically killed by cops, and you know, a cop is a human, but you know what? That cop made a choice, and that cop made the wrong choice to sit there and go against whether it's a black or American or whoever. They did something, and that's what it comes down to, why they want to defund the police and stuff, because they believe they are back during Hitler days to where they can do what they want, and they believe they can do what they want and make us bow down and say yes or no, sir, stop us anytime they want, that we know they don't have the right to do. But people sit there and still bow down, and that's what we call them bootlickers, because during Hitler and all that, they were bootlickers. People just, I just want to get through this, so yes sir, no sir, and go on their way so they don't get in trouble. Why somebody's being killed, murdered, and destroyed, no matter who they are, no matter what the race is, because and you know, there's 80%. You know, and that's probably low. 80% of this whole United States and world will do that because why? They want to try to live another day So they're going to allow things to happen. And by allowing it to happen and not standing up, it becomes new law. It becomes new norms. It's now the norm to sit there and say yes or no, sir, when no, it is wrong. I'm sorry, your kid comes up to you and tells you, you're going to do this, Dad. And what are you going to tell? Puh, I don't think so. You're going to do what I tell you because I'm your dad.
Hmm.
I mean, ain't no different than, I mean, I've seen videos and TikToks. I mean, you all probably have seen this for where, for example, the kid says, I'm going to call the cops and DHS. Okay, go right ahead. It's going to be about 20 minutes before they get here, and I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of whoop ass before they get here. Now, make your phone call, and the kid don't make the phone call. That's where we need to be back, because you know what? We need to take our government back. We need to take back the control that the cops, the feds, I mean, there's multiple agencies that believe they can do what they want without recourse or punishment upon themselves, and they are getting it and they don't like it. So can they separate us? If we allow them. But there are the 5%, not the 1% that everybody talks about. There's the 5% of Americans and the 5% of all humans that will not allow this. And it's that 5% they want to get rid of.
Absolutely,
If I'm
but
wrong,
the thing,
please.
going back to the police though, like I mean, if people wanna get rid of the police, okay, they want to get rid of the police. What happens? Like, who takes their place, and what happens then if the people don't like whoever takes their place? It's like, I like to refer to it, which I said on my live stream yesterday. It's like an octopus, you know. It's got many arms. It's got the head at the top and many arms. I mean, while you're fighting, for example, one arm being the police, okay, you might overcome that, but then you're onto another arm and another arm and another arm. Instead of fighting all of those things, why not just cut the head off?
We've been trying to do that for decades. And
Yeah.
where has it gotten us?
Yeah, but the thing is, it goes back to people playing the game. Because in politics, you've got, like I said, in everything, sports, politics, religion, people don't want to put aside their feelings. They don't want to put aside their beliefs and go, well, hang on a minute. I can believe in this and I can believe in that and you can believe in that, whatever. And hey, that's fine. Let's just be okay with that. Let's all get together and just literally rip the freaking top down. You know what I mean? But everybody is so divided when it comes to the government. Oh, our government wouldn't do that to us. I mean, these cops are doing all of this. The cops are doing all of this, even the ones that are at the protests and whatever. Why? Because they've been told to go do it. It comes from the top. It all comes from the top.
Oh, yes, it does. I mean, that's also where, you know, people say they want to defund the police. No. We don't need to defund the police. We need to take the immunity and other stuff they have, because how many times does people go to court, one, without any video or audio evidence, and they go before trial, and the cop has lied, okay, and the guy's in jail, he's going to court, and he goes to a jury trial. And who are the people going to believe without any video or any kind of evidence? Automatically, it falls the cop. Why? Because the cops are right? No, they're not. Cops or anybody else, they will lie. They will do what they can to make what case they want to send somebody away. It ain't no different than every other human. If you do something wrong and you want to cover it up, you'll do everything you can to cover it up. But that's where it comes to. We don't need to defund the police. We need to take away a lot of the so-called immunities. For example, when a cop is and proven that they've lied and perjured themselves in court and stuff, instead of them going to jail for 20 years like you or I would, they get a slap on the wrist and they're back to work the next day. These are the kinds of things we need to put in, that we are trying to get them to realize that they need to put into place. So yes, cops, a lot of cops, there are states that are saying, all right, we're going to defund you. It don't mean that they're going to get rid of all the cops. That means, therefore, you cops are now are as all citizens as you were when the United States started. Your job is to do your job properly. Don't lie about something. Don't plant drugs. Don't sit there and bring up false evidence, because if you do, you will have more punishment than the person that committed the crime or you said committed the crime. Therefore, the cops are liable, and you will not be investigated by your own company or your own police force. You'll be investigated by somebody else, and the truth will be found out. That's where I see we need to be.
The thing is, though, going back to the police again, I mean, I know for a fact, I had a police officer living across the road from me some years ago, right? And his wife was telling me that the guys, meaning the cops, they have a quota to meet, whether it's a quota for speeding thingies, whether it's a quota for whatever. Now, for them, obviously, to keep their jobs, they're following that. But who are these quotas coming from? Obviously, their bosses. Where is it? You know, like the bosses, it still comes down the ladder. You know what I mean? So the only way that you can fix what's at the bottom is by starting at the top.
Well, that's very true, because we are, I mean, basically here in the United States are you here in the United States? I'm from your accent. I take it you might be from
I'm
the
in
UK.
Australia. I'm in
Okay,
Australia.
Okay. But here in the United States, in Australia, I'm not sure how, your government works, but here is the same thing. But the way I see it, yes, even here in the United States, they are given quotas. You must write so many tickets. Why? Because it's a revenue system. All right. So if they don't write so many tickets, they have whatever penalties they get, which not just for you, but also for us, and in all honesty, all over the world, needs to stop. Because what are the police? The way we understand it, people say they are to protect and serve. And basically, they are not to protect and serve. They are to be basically meter maids. They write a ticket that sits there and says, this person did this. They write a ticket. That person has the right to go to court and fight it, not an arrestable offense because you jaywalked because they said you did, or because you were 1 second beyond the parking meter, or I mean, those are examples. All right, cops have gone from being basically enforcing traffic violations of speeding and multiple things, to where now they say they're here to protect and serve. Here in the United States, I don't know about where you're down up there, but they are to protect and serve is what they say. But if you look at it, they are not here as the United States. They are not here to protect me or serve me. They're to serve, but they are not to protect. They are to serve citizens. They are not to protect me. I'm to protect myself. And that's where a lot of this comes down from. Then now cops have all these, how can I put this? I mean, I'd like to talk to you more about this. I mean, let me take a pause and go to our the person that is streaming this and let him have a say. I mean, I don't want to take over your channel.
Well, I'm listening. And as far as I'm concerned, as far as getting rid of the cops, I'm all for that. Less cops equals less killings. And again, it goes back to my comment earlier when I said that, you know, how in the hell do they get that right to play God? Who makes them judge, prosecutor, and executioner?
Your government does.
But we pay. I don't know what Australia. I don't know what it's like there, but here we pay our taxes. So basically, they work for us. We don't work for them. We own them. So
True.
they're public servants, welfare trash.
The thing is, like, when you allow them to do it,
No.
when you allow them to do it for years and years and years, which we the people, okay, no matter where we live, we the people have let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, and it got to this point. Now, when you stand up and say, we don't want you anymore, that's where the drama is happening, because in all that time, the government pretty much turned around and militarized the police. I mean, look at the vehicles they drive. Look how they're dressed. To me, they look like they're ready to go off to a war. You know what I mean? Not to go and trace the public.
Oh, I agree. You're preaching to the choir.
Absolutely. I'm not saying that you guys don't know it. You know, I mean, we're just sharing opinions, I guess.
Right. Well, and like I said before, everybody has their opinion. I have mine, what I believe in. Safety Man has his, even though he does sound a little bit like Dr. Phil. And you have
I don't know if that's a compliment or insight, insult, but maybe I'm not putting myself out, but right or anything, but you're saying that how they're calling you. I'm going back a little bit. You sit there and say how the government looks at you as trailer trash. Is that how I understood it? That's how the government wants to look at everything.
Right, and that's the way that they do look at
Go
things.
ahead.
If you're a person of color, which I am, they look at you lower than what you are. Okay, and this has been my experience, and this is what I've seen. If you are white and you have what they call white privilege, then you are at the top of the line. You're top dog. And so the so-called middle class and the so-called Negro, if we had if we are that low, then why not give us our own country? Why not allow us to build off our own community? Why aren't we allowed to have our own stores?
Minneapolis.
Actually,
the only reason they're not doing that, mate, is because none of this is about color. None of this is about race.
It's always been about color. I'm sorry, but I disagree with you. It always have been about color. You didn't see us come over and say, "Oh, we want to come over to the United States." No, they said, "Nigga, get on that boat, and we're gonna bring you over to the United States, and you're gonna be our slave." So yeah, it is about color. And I'm sorry, I love you dearly, but and I don't know you that well, but I disagree with you.
No, I'm referring to what's going on around us now. This
and
is
I,
all.
and I'm talking about now too, and so what gives? What gives that? Again, it goes back to my question: who gave you the God-given right to play God and to kill? Do you see in? Have you ever seen a high-class white person get killed by the police? I can answer that question real quick. Nope. But will you see a person of color getting shot who are so-called low class? Oh yeah, because you know why? They're gonna get away with it. Hey, they got that immunity going. So I can go out and take puck shots or kill or make it duck season or deer season or whatever which season you want to call it, and I have immunity, and it's nothing you can do about it. Ain't happening on my ship, and I don't believe in I don't believe that it's not about race. Point blank.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that because you know what? They won't allow you guys to have. I mean, they call them the hoods and all that stuff. You know what? But yeah, you look at, for example, Chinatown. They have what down there in Chinatown in San Francisco. It's Chinatown. They have basically their own community down there, but they will not allow the blacks. I mean, I had to say it that way. The blacks, your race, and others to have their own community, but yet also the Iranians and everything else have their own communities, and on and on and on. I ain't saying that whites have their own communities. What they do, blacks should have their own communities, but what do? They say that blacks have their community, and it's called the herd, and the herd is bad. You know what? Fuck them. In my opinion, that's how I look at it. You know what? There's about, and honestly, I only have 10% of black in me, but I've also grown up around blacks, Hispanics, and others in my life. I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up in group homes. I grew up in the system. I grew up in my life knowing where everything stands and how all races, no matter who they are. I'm sorry, when you see blacks and white kids playing together and having fun, it's a good thing. But you know what? The fucking mainstream media wants to make it like it's a bad thing. Ain't no different than fucking a month ago when they sit there and showed two kids, a black and a white, having fun, and CNN and fucking other ones sit there and turn it to where like, oh, this white kid's chasing this black kid. They sit there and take the narrative that it was a fucking bad thing when they were good friends. You see what I'm saying?
Can I ask who owns the media?
The
Say that
government.
again.
Who owns the media?
The government.
Exactly. That's where it's all.
Well, we all know that there are certain parts of the media that the government owns. And the fact that, like YouTube, Facebook, and other stuff, they don't own it, but they're trying to control it. And they're, Fox News and others. I mean, everybody plays what they want when it comes down to it. But the real media is going to be what you can get out, the truth. And in all honesty, no matter what platform you go on, that person or that platform will decide if they can or cannot put it up. So no matter what, it's still controlled. But you know what? And this is also my opinion. Get rid of, and I really hope the fuck. I mean, that's where I stand. I hope the fuck that an EMS pulse comes through, wipes out all technology, so people can even know their own neighbor. Tell me, how many people know not just 7 people down from your house? Do you know their name? Probably not. And that's where we're at. Why don't we know our own community? It's a it is a multiple people that are in all communities. In all communities, there's a many people. But do we even know our next door neighbor or even 7 neighbors down? No. Do we? Do I? Honestly, I know about 4. Do I know beyond that? No. Why? Because we're all tied up in this fucking media shit and everything that's going on. Why can't we know our own community? Who do we know in our community? We see it on the news and we find out, well, hell, they were 5 doors down. I didn't know that happened. Now, come on. Fucking 25 years ago, and even beyond, I'm fucking 50. And when I was younger, I knew everybody. I knew everybody who it was. But we don't now. And that is also the problem. We don't even know who's around us. Am I wrong?
When you said earlier on about the different platforms, social media platforms or whatever, that they can put out what they want or whatever, they're all government owned. Every one of them is government owned. If you haven't already, I suggest that people go watch. There's 2 parts to it. It's a documentary, right? And it's called The Cleaners, okay? And it shows you what they do as far as the internet. They hire third-party companies to police the internet. The government of a country, for example, can send out their report or whatever and say, we don't want our country seeing anything that is related to, I don't know, let's say muffins, okay? And those cleaners, their job from morning till night is to sit there, watch pictures and videos, and all you hear them doing is delete, pass, delete, pass, delete, pass, delete, 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 pass. They police everything. This is all owned by the governments. When people think that a certain social media platform, they're for freedom of speech, they're not, because where do they have their platform? They have it, it's all on friggin' Google, okay? These companies, the government still have these companies that police the internet. A country, like I said, can literally put out and say, we do not want our people seeing anything in relation to that, and any video that the cleaners, as they're called, any video or picture that is related to that topic will not get through. If you like, it's an awesome documentary to watch. Like I said, there's part 1 and part 2. It's called The Cleaners, and they actually talk to these people that work on these computers from morning till night. And when they turn around and they say the stuff that they see literally starts screwing with their head to the point where some commit suicide, some literally get to the point where they see where it's starting to mess with their head. They literally leave, and these are people that tried to educate themselves to get good jobs, and they ended up there not realizing what they signed up for. But the government owns all of it. The governments of every country control everything that their people see or don't see.
Interesting point. Well, listen, I'm going to go and have dinner, and thank y'all for coming up. I really do appreciate this. I believe that this was one of my best panels that I've had, and I've had a few, and usually we don't get into a topic, a heated topic at that, concerning race and police and the government. But thank y'all for being here, and I really do appreciate y'all being here.
Thanks for having me, mate.
Yeah, thank you for being here, Perp and Dr. Phil. And
Well, thank,
that is your new nickname, and I'm not going to change that
thank,
because you sound like Dr. Phil.
well, thank you. Well,
Okay.
well, thank you. But
Thank y'all for
I
being
look
here.
forward to your next thing.
All right, thank y'all. All right, and that's going to be the end of the show. Hopefully, next time other people will come up and join in on the conversation. And I am done and out of here. Remember, keep those